presentation.
Ready for the fly shit, when tone space provides it. My time is private, won't you stay off my dick? I kick optic out, mash a mosh pit, toxic hot shit that gets in you like an acid droplet. Bash the cops with bricks for invading my shit. Leave the ride alone, fuck stashing the weed, I'm riding home. Superfluous, murderous flow. If you heard of it, you know how I go. When the style ain't conservative, I'm future, man. Do you understand? I'm the future, man. I'm hip hop like an icy stand. Nikes and mics, I am the truth, undeniably. You battle, come inspire me. You babble, son, you tired cause you try to be a gangster. But gangsters don't boast about it, they shank ya. And gully cats swing bloody bats and can't control their anger. I'd rather hammer holes to the wall like a nail. Screw them like a Phillips, make my point, then erupt like a whale or a Gaza. I'm fortified to fornicate with 4 or 5 Kamazas. I made it up, its meaning a degrading slut. The point I make is relax, chill and be patient. Just find yourself, the secret jewel hid behind the shelf. Check it out now, check it out now, the blockbuster. I don't know ya, I do not trust ya. Got love to give to my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Just the truth when you listen to me speaking in rap. Check it out now, check it out now, the blockbuster. I don't know ya, I do not trust ya. Got love to give to my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Just the truth when you listen to me speaking in rap. Some say I'm alright, some say I'm the best, and most don't know who the fuck I am. Lay with the rest of the pack of hungry MCs. Rap like none other before I'm penniless. I go back to hustling CDs. I try to keep a conscious mind, body, and soul. The standard lyricist, well, I'm probably the mo. And you hear the shit that I'm talking, the way that I'm feeling. I try to make it appealing without degrading my zeal and compromising integrity. Money's lies are a jaded beast and rely on it when they eat and just try to stay on their feet. It's survival, the game is deep and like lotto to take your peek is a gamble. Out on the streets, no examples of sort of weak. Who's inspiring mentally? The kids are in need of it. Plagued like a granted demon's wish. Conceive the shit. Breeding strength for the few that prosper. Organize and do the same for others like they your sisters and brothers in this movement. Peace to my man Steve for always keeping it real. Deep in the field of his craft and enterprising the path through the struggle and raffle. Double back, bubble, and cash. I keep wonderful plans so other cats in my fam can come up and check it out now. Check it out now. The blockbuster. I don't know ya, I do not trust ya. Got love to give to my fam. I'ma leave it at that. Just the truth when you listen to me speak in rap. Check it out now, check it out now, the blockbuster. I don't know ya, I do not trust ya. Got love to give to my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Just the truth when you listen to me speaking in rap. It's the blockbuster.
Cats in the dungeon like organized noise, remotely controlling these mics like motorized toys. From standing on stage and spitting and holding my drawing to leaving the bar and sipping and hitting dime coins. You hearing my voice, I'm spitting like Bronze's Magnum. Respond to rappers and drown them like I'm John the Baptist. My art's been mastered like Bruce in his last days. And as far as a battle, we can meet at high noon like matinees. I keep lyrics and stories abundant. A gully cat, I throw the hammers like them turtles at a Mario Brothers. Check it, I drop knowledge and lectures like a college professor. You drop dime at anonymous sessions, but you will stop when the nozzle's directed straight at your face like a halogen. And I'm trying to get an honest confession. I promise perfection when I'm in here dropping this. So when I finish, you dig me like an archaeologist.
Check it out now, check it out now, the blockbuster. I don't know ya, I do not trust ya. Got love to give to my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Just the truth when you listen to me speaking in rap. Check it out now, check it out now, the blockbuster. I don't know ya, I do not trust ya. Got love to give to my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Just the truth when you listen to me speaking in rap. It's the blockbuster.
In this ill world, call me healthy Illuminati. Space money, pics and autographs, telly in the lobby. Picture everything your heart wants, necessities and hobbies. I'm on one, a strong gun, no weapons cannot stop me. The COINTEL is always to fail. We move as slow as snails, holy grail. Moments enlightened, maybe moments in jail. Broke as hell, hold a consignment, a bit of dope to sell. Blowing L's, hoping you find a bit of hope to prevail. Blue skies and electric streets keep the frequency grounded. Your two eyes, they may never peep all the demons around us. You wise when you let your pineal reach in and out the dimensions. they mention dying, we keep living louder. This vibe is eternal, while McDonald's will murk you. We the lambs to the slaughter, damage from glasses of water that gets passed through the faucet. Fluoride is bad for us all. If we can have some privacy, get them cameras.
Check it out now, check it out now. The blockbuster, don't know ya, I do not trust you. Got love for my fam, I'ma leave it at that. The truth hurts, I'ma speak it in rap. Now check it out now, check it out now. The blockbuster, I don't know ya, I do not trust you. Got love for my mans, I'ma leave it at that. The truth hurts, I'ma speak it in rap. It's the blockbuster.
True religion, genes with mutagen in them. The evolution of changing the nucleus in them. People human, then make them a species new to them. Reason you can relate to the beings they fused us in. Over 100 races, alien, earth-wide. Raising the first guys on display to see third eyes of bravery. Sight beyond conventional sciences. The seminal life we live in every lie we read. Everything occupied on the soil of the once brave. Corporate funds made from the tax-paying dumb slaves. Capital runs people, clap your pops for a penny. Cause that's the value of the millions of the families that run things. Vanity funds, chains, cards, everything secular. The head you punks are paying are collecting the bumps change. You sexy in shackles, oh that barcode is so trendy. The police state of cameras, patrollers, and sentries.
Check it out now, check it out now. The blockbuster, don't know ya, I do not trust you. Got love for my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Truth hurts and I speak it in rap. Now check it out now, check it out now. The blockbuster, I don't know ya, I do not trust you. Got love for the fans, I'ma leave it at that. The truth hurts and I speak it in rap. It's the blockbuster.
Maxi pad cats leaking fluid in they thongs, cause I wax they whack raps, speaking trueness in my songs. Freaking humans on the farm living life like howdy doody. Someone's pulling they strings nice and tight around they koofy, got they brain tied up by 1,000 lost prophets. Insane how they just spin around on false logic. Profound yet off topic from the ills of the mind. Religions and drugs, so pop pills another time. Like when you get bored, depressed, or just lonely, just get your real whore, 2 breasts that are phony. The pit in your life with sex and consumption. The rest is just nothing. Face death with no compunction. Insights for your pumpkin. Shed light like I'm tungsten. Illuminate the cellar so you find while you're rummaging.
Check it out now, check it out now. The blockbuster, don't know ya, I do not trust you. Got love for my fam, I'ma leave it at that. Truth hurts and I speak it in rap. Now check it out now, check it out now. The blockbuster, I don't know ya, I do not trust you. Got love for the fans, I'ma leave it at that. The truth hurts and I speak it in rap. It's the blockbuster.
This is just a little regular shit. Joey, just the map. Let's go. Bang, 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 bang. Gooch help these fools. Yo. Can you believe some people ain't wanna see me get on? They want to see me take a loss like a Phoenix Shakur. Imagine me drowning, I'm holding and repping my place, my head above water like I'm Florida Evans. Still spew fire though it's cold and Gotham. Y'all weak, old and rotten, I'm strong as a Roman column. Joseph accords you problems, I aim accurate at a target and eat rappers like I'm Anthony Hopkins. Actually I've been devouring dozens. For years my head swivel and bust like a howitzer turret. I stay spitting something special to bump. The only hit y'all rappers make is with an S in the front. Extraterrestrial son, Joey crazy while bars I rap above average as if derived from alien artifacts. Me killing this, it can't be enough. The way I stay flying through these cats like an Arabian rug. It's the 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheel sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheel sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. I leave rappers dearly departed in battle. Who wanted at random? My stomach rappers like cannibals that are hungry. You actors ain't gully punk, I burn them like gastric acid. Fetal position, I place them back in the past is placid. The most perfect metaphorist in the forest, the foreman. Headed demolitions in y'all grills like George Foreman. I get it on 2 morning, but more than battery bunnies. Assault and batter 100 rappers for lacking something. You acting up like you speak with heaters for cheesy shizzle. When I'm a thunderstorm, your style is like a light drizzle. You rain soft when I rain often, rain sovereign. Spirit is centered like Mecca, spitting a king's fortune. Dropping jewels like I'm Solomon, slipping and properly bending these bars like I'm bionic with lyrics. If this was a marathon, then none y'all gon' pass me. When I spit bars that splinter more cells than Tom Clancy. It's the 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheel sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheel sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. pressure. Like for the luau in the street like shells in a shootout. My rap style extinguish your bars into La Fuma. Y'all are pitiful, and when your frail verse start, I make you cash hit a wall like you dare learn hard. Rappers consider me a problem and rhyming spitting like hollow just diving to hit you harder than Apollo and Ivan. And I'm solo, ain't no profit dividing profit with guys who wanna follow like apostles in Christ. And I'm the wickedest wordsmith, wordness, sipping on bourbon, spitting and swerving in a suburban, thirsting to burst verses and slave rappers. I spray at them with straight data from out of my grave data. I bang bang, I maintain the brain drain them. I say slang the shit, man, they can't fade them. I radiate like 8 bombs as J-Day, and I spice life with more mics than 8K. Just 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, getting the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the will sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, getting the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the will sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, getting the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the will sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, getting the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the will sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. Gooch, help these fools. Jif, Mr. Map, all day. Mr. Joseph, all day.
Everybody in the club tipsy. Fuck that, bring hip hop back to New York City. I'm nice as ever, leave you twice as ever as a flying head and hand your life to death and write the check, don't try to step. These ain't no dancing classes, bash to bash a man with glasses, man with hands disastrous that'll have your sightsee camera flashes. I got an appetite to blame your faction and subtract them, rapping like a man of action, military panel fraction, killing every fan's reaction, skilled in every form of torture, ill enough to hack your ass and splash you like a dolphin's water. A dolphin's horror ain't as raw as what I got to give you, knocking niggas popping bitches off for something hot and bigger than Project Mices. I'm the nicest on these mic devices. A lot of hype is what these rhymes life is. Dramatize shit. You find the light is shining bright for every rhyme I'm writing. Who's trying to fight, you'll find your plight behind the might of Tyson. Without the biting, guys are frightened when I step on stages. And little phages of rage in the flow, this man contagious. Silly and sick as salmonella, chasing chicken's flavor. Billy the Kid is back to lay it down and strip your gators. Then take your paper straight to grade your hate evaders nature. Raping the game for royalties, acting like I'll pay them later. Shaking these haters off me, backing down a major faker. Breaking your train of thought, my stats and style's the greatest danger. Saving the game is all we have, so now I must commence to bust your dentures. Make your mother mention how the brother reps it. With enough respect, she loves it more than her own fucking wedding. I'm now your father when her husband sold you for the record. The daughter checked that it went platinum cause the broad collects it. She's run the check for all the copies that the stores could get with. These water methods keep the moon reflecting to concessions, having haters losing every battle that they crew could step in. I'm stupid reckless when I take your neck and chew it headless. You chumps at breakfast, Joey, take them in a new direction.
Yo, I'm cool collective, call my crew direction. Verbs and fuel injected, pay my dues too hectic. Who's the lever, food dissected. You know my super method, Dillis, Hitler's troops aggression. Heavy German Luger weapons, so you disrespecting. Fool, I prove my loose demented interludes, my true profession. Confessing that I'm too perfected when I Buddha bless it. Through your medulla section like a killer's tool is sitting. It's through conviction that I do my diction brook connected. I focus fury with the dopest theory, hope you hear me. It's spoken clearly, overdosing, who closing in me? My vocal tone the flipping, dead your locals on the district. My grill is like the barrel of the chrome fifth spitting. You also learn my slaughter terms and call it quarter turn. I cock my force to burn, my force is firm, of course I'm flawless word. I'm on the verge of rawness, killing all you mocking birds, chalking herbs, outlines of the floors who got a lot of nerve. You talking so absurd, I take a soldier term. My spoken words are overthrow your vitals like Ebola germs. Yo, my recitals tight as bridles, virgins in the Bible tight as Chinese eyes on fighters using tigers as they idols. I touch you biters like I Midas, give you meningitis. I be the meanest, deepest MC with a Cretan's thesis, folding you like a fetus when my heaters start releasing, and mark you like the beast and beat you like the cops of precincts. I make you call the curtains, break you off on purpose, penetrate your surface and poison your fate like water serpents. Herb, I prove you fake and worthless. Take my tray and blaze a person, make the hurt and eternal with facial razor burning now. Then all the tables turning, spray you out of grace suburban, leave you laced to certain paper earning, makes you made for murking. I take a jerk and make his nervous system lay for work and make the hurting greatest murders from the Cain and Abel verses. I leave an angel cursed and make his halo burst and flame a worse. I place the earth inside a lot of fathers megahertz. The pain dispersed to leave you brainless when my stainless jerks. I do my famous third to make you ache, cause that's the way it works.
Mindset.
What up? What's happening?
I have $1 million
Test.
effort.
Test. 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 Tease. 1 nut, 2 nuts right here. Test these. 1 nut, 2 nuts right here. Right here. This shit man fall behind. Yeah, what's going on, man? And women and children of all ages. I'm just here to be here, you know what I mean? Playing a little bit of tunage. Babylon up in the building. What's up, sweetheart? Raven, sweetheart, what's going on? K Cool up in the thing. What is happening? You know, I'm just here chilling. I was chopping it up with you know what I'm saying, with somebody special about we were talking about the, you know, the way this world is going, you know, with the schools and everything. They're allowing all types of homosexuality and all types of sexual deviancy to just permeate through the educational system, starting as young as like 5 years old or even younger. They're talking about teaching all these kids some old bullshit. Not just homosexuality, but the difference between a cisgender, a this gender, a that gender, and motherfucking HILMNOP, whatever the LGBTQ and the whole alphabet. You know what I'm saying? So instead of learning our ABCs, we're gonna learn our, you know, baby the D's and the C cups, and the C cups mixing with the D's and all that other stupid ass shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And taking extra boosts of that T, aka that testosterone in the women, and men having extra, you know, dosages of the E, so the estrogen can get in them. You know what I'm talking about? That shit is nuts, B. Pun intended. What's poppin' though? What's poppin' though? Thumbs up at least. Yes, thumbs up at least. You know what I'm saying? And at most, y'all could even donate some shit if you're so inclined to do so. But of course, you never gotta do so. You know what I'm saying? Who else is up in the thing? Somebody else done came through. Sweating already up in here. Getting my little workout. You know what I'm saying? I guess the rock and roll people, this would be an air guitar. You know, it's just the air rhyming as the shit's flowing. You know, I'm doing my da-da-da. I really don't got that much space to really wild out. I'll do cartwheels, jumping jacks, and all types of shit. You know, had I had the proficient space. Pun intended. When I get back to the crib, though, because, you know, I be at my mom's shit a lot. So when I get there, I got all types of, you know, back spinning fun space that I could just do my thing in. And I do my thing in. You know, I be jumping off the walls. But how's everybody doing? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just chopping it up. Damn, this shit's mad far, bro. Okay. I thought the shit was still playing the music on the y'all's end. But nah, the shit's cool. Yeah, so we just chopping it up. I said I'll just go live, play some tunes, and talk about the shit a little bit, I guess. What did I play? I found like a lot of lost tracks recently. I played the Blockbuster Part 1 that's on the Future Man album. Then I played the long lost track Blockbuster Part 2. I played the 10th Letter, a track by my man Joey Numbers, one half of the Twin Towers rather. That was me and his group. You know, the buildings that are unbreakable. Some tagline we had like that. Because he's tall like me. He's like an inch or two shorter than me. So that was our crew, our group. Twin Towers, as you may have heard from listening to that whole song of his and everything he's on. He's one of the finest, most proficient, best lyricists in the world. You know what I'm saying? He has that authentic New York grit in his voice and everything. He's unfuckwittable, but you know, he's a family man now. He's, you know, he's doing his whole 1-2 thing, so I salute him. But yeah, Joey is one of the finest MCs I've ever heard, ever. You know? And he didn't have to come out the Anthony Young school of MCing. You know what I'm saying? When I met him, he was already polished and had his own thing going on and had his own deal with Loud Records and this and that and tearing up the battle circuit. You know, a lot of the people I came up with, I taught them. You know what I'm saying? I taught them what they know, worked on their flow, their cadence, their syllable structure, how to do punchlines, the linkage between punchlines from line to line, you know, all that type of shit. So I brought up a lot of MCs. Almost all the MCs that I rock with, I at least imparted some type of lyrical jewels on them. But not Joey. He's already on his own shit. If we ever brought each other up, it was by that way of going back and forth of each other. Because, you know, we were both tight like that. Like that shit you just heard, the syllabus. You hear us just hitting that same flow. And he comes right behind me and just matches the shit. So, yeah. I don't know if y'all hear the shit in the background, but I got shit in the background. Tried to reach me last week. Oh, word. I think I did get, hold up. Cause my text joints be getting behind. I be doing this delivery shit. It be like filling up the whole shit. But I think did I hit you back?
My mind is
Hold up. Well, let me find out I hit you back, but then I didn't hit you back after that, and I just left you hanging like that. I had to go all the way down. My bad, son.
A millionaire.
Yeah, because I think I put your number in the phone. I hope I did. What's up, good sir? Nah, this ain't you.
I am a decamillionaire.
Oh, that's Shorty. Well, it can't be that far back. Where is it? Man, Big D. Anthony, Damien. For a couple days, I was just out of it. I had to was out of town doing some more other shit. Yo, Tone, what up? Is that you? Oh, yes, it is. It is. All right, my man. Yo, Tone. Yeah, you did hit me back, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna have to hit you. We'll talk a little later. Yeah. My bad, son. I see it right here. Yup, you sure motherfucking right. And I didn't save your number in the thing. I gotta save your. Do that right now, live on the shit. Hold up. Add contacts. Well, last week I had a very intense, I can't even really speak on it, but it was an intense, active week where I had to kind of get active about some shit. I'll just leave it at that. It's the truth when I speak it in rap. It's the blockbuster. Alright. Okay, cool.
I see myself in lavish abundance.
Punctuation is important. Alright, cool.
My $1 million goal.
Alright, so I got you on the joint now. And let me hit you right now just so that the latest joint is at the top of the text message list. Yo. Boom.
Thank you.
Alright, where the plug?
For my $1 million lifestyle. I provide.
But yeah, how's everybody doing? What's going on with y'all? Man of War up in the building. What up? Say word. 58 options. What's 58 options? Oh, you see the shit on the screen. Right. Yeah, I had that like cat queued up. Yeah, they're saying there's like, I was speaking to someone else. We were talking about how there's like really like 72 gender options now they're trying to say. The 58 options, that's the old school shit. That's the played out list. You know what I'm saying? They done had it on what? 14 more of them shits. But at the very least, they say that they got this on Facebook now. So you know how you can pick your gender, male, female, maybe even other, if you're just a weirdo. Now, you have a whole plethora of more. You have what? 55 other selections, fine selections of gender that you could choose. Let's look at them shits. Make this shit bigger. Let's look at these fine genders that you could pick upon starting a Facebook account. Here's a list of 58 gender options for Facebook users. Motherfucker. I think motherfucker is actually one of them. We're going to talk about it. Hold on. Here we go. Let's read these shits. That's what I was saying. Like, instead of, like how when we were in kids, we learned the A, B, C, D, E, F, D, G. Now it's going to be A, gender, androgen, androgynous, bigender, cis, gender, cis, fee, male, cis, man, cis, woman, cis, female, cis, gender, male, cis. Oh. Look at this. This shit is nuts. Hold up. Let me make the shit bigger. Because they're literally talking about teaching all this bullshit in school. And you know what I'm saying?
Financial opportunities are always present.
You know what I'm saying? We was going through it, talking about this dumb shit. Look at this stupid shit. Now, if anybody is down with this shit, I don't apologize. It's just my fucking opinion. It is what it is. If this is you, I have nothing against you or nothing like that. I'm just not feeling this, and I'm gonna talk about how I'm not feeling it. But if that's how you do you.
I have $1 million.
And the crux of the conversation I want to say is, where do we draw the line between giving liberals or people that want the liberty to be whatever of the 58 or 72 genders that they want, the liberty to do that, where we say is like, all right, you want to do that, go ahead and do that. But where do we draw the line from where it's invasive into the lifestyles and the cultures of the people that's not trying to do that? And if you ask me, if you're talking about teaching 5th grade, or not 5th graders, 5-year-old kids and up about all these, fine, fresh 58 Baskin-Robbins flavors of fruity-ass genders, and you teaching that to a 5-year-old that's been living in a man-woman household, learning the traditional way God made us, natural type of laws of nature, and the education has to be forced upon them, I think that that's a little bit more invasive than just, you know, that goes, to me, that goes beyond just giving you your liberty to be a cisgender or a neurotic or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, let's look at these shits. You got agender, androgen, androgynous, bigender, cis. Now, somebody that may know is understand cis is like a word that means normal, meaning you're a heterosexual. So if you're a cis male, that means you're just a regular man. You're no longer a heterosexual, you a cis male. If I got it correct, if I understand the way that they say that it is. So they just stripped out heterosexuality and replaced it with cis. Half the fucking word of sissy. So now if you're a regular ass nigga, you're a cis nigga. Alright, so we got cis, but I don't know what all these other sisses are. Whole bunch of sissy shit. Cisgender, cis female, cis male, cis man, cis woman, cisgender female, cisgender male, cisgender man, cisgender woman, female to male, FTM, whatever, gender fluid, gender non-conforming, we're not conformists, gender questioning, gender variant, gender queer, intersex, male to female. My favorite out of all these weirdo shits, MTF. I don't know what they say it's standing for, but to me that stands for motherfucker. So you could have all this shit, at least if you want to just be a motherfucker, you could be a motherfucker. Then we got neither. Then we got neotrios or neutrois, I don't know. Non-binary, other. Other's been around for a little while. You know, that other is the motherfucker that started this bullshit. Other is the one that opened up the door for these 54 other motherfuckers to come in, including motherfucker. Because remember, it used to be male, female, and then you might have noticed as the gay rights and the transgender rights slowly started creeping up on things, it turned to male, female, and other. That's that motherfucker. That's that other motherfucker right there. All the floodgates is others' fault. So we got other, we got pangender, we got trans with a star. That's a trans that does some good work. You get a gold star. Trans female, trans star female, trans male, trans star male, trans man, trans star man, trans person, trans star person, trans woman, trans star woman, trans feminine, transgender, oldie but goodie, transgender female, transgender male, transgender man, transgender person, transgender woman, transmasculine, transsexual, another classic, a throwback, transsexual female, transsexual male, transsexual man, transsexual person, transsexual woman, and two-spirit. Another standout one is that two-spirit shit. And as I understand, they added some more shit, because we was looking at another list that had like 72 of them. But let me do a little quick recap of everybody in the thing. We got K Cool up in here, the Ravens up in the building, Babylon is up in the building, Man of War 347 in the house, OT in the joint, what up? Ding 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 ding. Elm City, financially abundant. Yeah. Trans angry, trans confused, transpendent. Exactly. And they want to make this shit transparent. Like a father with titties. They want everybody to see what they doing and see all that shit. And the funny thing is, me and my homeboy literally used to call them transformers back in the day. Because that's literally what they are. They transform from man to woman. And so like anytime he thought he saw a transformer or a Decepticon, you know, someone that a woman that's on that, you know, transforming herself, he would just make the sound. He'd be like, meow, 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 meow. And, you know, it's like our code language, so I'll know what's going on. I'm like, So, you know, we had our own language and shit. So I'm surprised Transformers not on the list. But, yeah. Motherfucker is on the list, though. MTF. We got motherfucker. So, if you don't want to be a man, you don't want to be a woman, you could be a motherfucker. So, that's good. But yeah, I was telling somebody that I compare this shit to how they're legalizing weed, because the people that's down with this shit, their argument is that people should be, what is it, both accepting and tolerant. They should be tolerant and accepting of them. If they want to be a new Roddy or a motherfucker or a trans star woman or whatever, people should accept it, because it's all about this gender fluidity. You know what I'm saying? Now gender is not are not fixed things. They're trying to make it where it's not just man and woman, it's fluid. So that's how you can just make up a name here and just, you know, pull rabbits out of hat and then just come up with all this new shit. And they're gonna come up with more names. It's probably gonna be 1,000 of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is, all right, they want acceptance, right? They want tolerance and acceptance. Now, I compared it to two things. I compared it to how they're legalizing weed all over the place. Comparable situation, right? You have gay, homosexual, trans, whatever. You have them getting their rights to get married and to be whoever they are and even have their own gender. These rights are newly popping up. You got being able to smoke weed in public, grow plants and all that shit. New rights that's newly popping up, that's newly becoming legal, right? So let's say, I don't think it's like that here yet, but let's say in New York City, it's cool for someone to smoke their blunt walking down the street. And let's say I don't smoke, which I don't really smoke tree like that anyway, but you know, I'm tolerant. I can do it, but it's not really my thing. So, you know, if I see somebody smoking a joint down the street or whatever, or even in the hallway, I'm like, all right, do you. I don't care. Just like if I see, you know, I don't know, some men rubbing their shits together or whatever crazy shit they be doing. It's like, all right, that's what you want to do, go for it. However, I compare them bringing it to the front door of the school and teaching little young children, 5-year-olds, that back in the day they didn't learn anything about sex, even heterosexual sex. So I compare teaching this homo shit to little 5-year-old kids and bringing it to these schools, into their minds, you know, that come from homes that's not with that shit. I compare that to like if weed is legal, but somebody comes up in your crib and just has a legal right to smoke their blunt and blow their smoke in front of your children, and you can't say shit. You know what I'm saying? They're a guest in your house. They have a right to blow the shit all in their faces and everything. Have them get an adaptation to weed and the trees, and you know what I'm saying, curious to want to hit the blunt. I don't know, anybody feel me on that? Like I see it like that. Like, I think acceptance and tolerance is like, all right, if you want to blow your trees, blow your trees. But I don't want you blowing your trees in my home in front of my kids. It's my right. Trans numb to the bullshit, right? Bestiality is next. I think pedophilia is technically next on the list, and then they'll probably get to the beast machine, to the bestiality. I'm trans, you trans sleepy. Don't fight it, Babs, I'm sleep. But yeah, that shit crazy. So yeah, I was comparing it to that, because you know, those are two new things that are just starting to get their legal, you know, rights and shit. Smoking trees in public and being homos and doing all that shit in public and everything. Now, all right, I understand somewhat if some people are like, look, this is our lifestyles. Children should learn. How could the children learn to have a tolerance or acceptance to us if they're not educated about us? But here's the problem. When you're trying to educate young kids about you starting at a young age, you're warping their mind. When I was 5 years old, we didn't learn about a vagina and a penis and everything. We learned about nap time, the ABCs, counting 1, 2, 3s, and Legos and building blocks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The sex education did not start until junior high school, till we were like 12, 13. So why the heck are they trying to push the teaching of this? I would ask the same thing if they was just teaching heterosexual sex and the beginnings of that to 5-year-olds. That would be weird. You know what I'm saying? Why is there anything that's remotely of a sexual nature being taught to them in the first place? Why can't you just teach them about all that shit when they turn 12 or 13? I kind of know why, because this new shit that they're on, since they feel it's their gender identity, then it's so ingrained in their character that I guess they feel, all right, like a 5-year-old, even though a 5-year-old may not know about sex, a 5-year-old will know a male from a female, because that's natural. they're either a male or female. Their siblings are males and females. Their mother, father, female, male, right? So a 5-year-old knows that naturally. This is me playing devil's advocate. So these people that's a neurosis or a trans star man or a motherfucker or whatever, anything on that motherfucking list, they're probably thinking, well, we feel that we are just, that we are exactly like male and female. I'm not a male, I'm not a female, I'm a neutrorosis or one of them things on the list, right? We'll just say a motherfucker. This guy's, look, I'm a motherfucker. I'm not a male, I'm not a female, I'm a motherfucker. 5-year-olds already know about male and female, but they don't know about motherfuckers. So that's why we have to teach them when they're that young, when they're little kids. Why? Because we identify with our gender being this. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that they know what a male and a female is, but they don't know what a motherfucker is? And I just came up with that off the top of my head. Like to me, that sounds like the devil's advocate of what their reasoning would be. And to be honest, playing devil's advocate, that is a good argument. I just think that it should have never got this fucking far with people accepting people being a motherfucker or what else, a transsexual or a transgender or a cis, well, or a female or whatever, anything on this list, a neither, a non-binary, another, you know what I'm saying? You got other motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? It should have never gotten this far. It's like the floodgates are already open. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that opened the floodgates to this list of all these new ass genders, in my opinion, was acceptance of gays and of gay people getting married. And I'm not even saying it was wrong to do that, it was bad or anything like that, because there's people that have natural proclivities to rock with their own gender, be it from diet, be it from culture, be it from something that may have warped their mind when they were children, molestation, whatever. All right, that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's cool for gay people to get married, but I mean, if they legalize that, you know, it was like whatever, just don't bring that shit to my door. But the problem is, because if you notice, gay rights is still like a fairly new thing, like under Obama, them getting married and everything. But look how long it took for gays to be allowed to get married, right? Being gay was considered a mental disability in like the early 70s, right? So what, 30 plus years later, gays are accepted, gays could get married. Look how quick shit just exponentially got worse. You went from taking about 30 plus years for gays to have the rights to get married, and then only in a span of a few other years, you got your gays, your transsexuals, your cisgender female. A heterosexual is now called a cis. You can't even identify as a heterosexual anymore. All of a sudden, you got gender fluidity. You've got gender queer. You've got pangender. You've got trans star person. You know what I'm saying? The shit just got like way out of hand. So whether it was right for gays to get that acceptance or not, the shit opened the floodgates. And things just got exponentially worse due to that. Because I mean, this shit is unreal. I would have never thought, you know, when gays were allowed to, when a man was allowed to marry a man in New York or wherever across the country, I would have never thought that in a few short years we would have this whole laundry list of other things that people relate to as their gender. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that shit is just bonkers. And the fact that it happened so quick, that's scary because it's moving at like an exponential rate. It's like I said, this list only got like 58. The latest list got like 72. The list by sometime in a couple months is probably going to have like 150. You know? And it's all because of that term, gender fluidity. They're also having it now, where in school, not only do they want to teach your child that is either a boy or girl about all this laundry list of other genders and all that shit, and about accepting gays and putting actual sexual teaching into it, they're also proposing to teach your children that they themselves are not a gender. They're gender fluid. So that 5-year-old boy you have that, you know, plays with Back in the day, it would be the G.I. Joes or whatever, or, you know, plays baseball, or plays in the dirt, you know what I'm saying? Or that girl you have that, you know, likes to put on her mom's heels and then the Barbies and, you know, rock the hair and all that shit. Now, they're trying to make it where when they go to school, they can have that identity stripped from them.
As a multi-millionaire.
And as they're learning about this whole different list of other freaky crazy shit that you can identify as your gender, they're trying to rip. Alright, she's a female. They're trying to mentally strip her from being a female, and then inserting in her psyche, in her mind, this list of other shit. Just so she can now have a selection. She don't gotta be a female no more. You know what I'm saying? She could pick. You want to be trans feminine? You know what I'm saying? You want your 6-year-old, if she decides to be trans feminine, she can be trans feminine now. And I saw a case, I did a little show about it sometime before, where a mother got her kids taken away from her because that child decided that she wanted to I think it was a boy turned into a girl, girl to a boy, I forget. But that person wanted to get some hormone therapy. The kid was like 15, 16, maybe 17. He went, got his hormone therapy, did not need his parents' permission. His mother did not agree with that. I don't even think she went and took a lot of force and like snatched his you know, his booty pills from him or anything like that. She just openly stated that she did not agree with that. She did not like that shit. And that objection in itself was enough to have her child removed from her home. Yes, that actually happened. And as I was reading the story and looking into it, it was like going on for like a month or some change. And unfortunately, as of that video that I did, there was no happy ending. It's not like, well, we're happy to say that this little fruitcake got to go back home, and now, you know, his mom slapped the shit out of him and he's back to, you know, beating his dick. I think that the kid's still out of the home. You know what I'm saying? Like she lost that battle on some dumb shit.
I have $1 million.
Let me just read some of what y'all saying. I mean,
my mind is attuned to be.
Oh, we got all the names up in here. Trans numb the bullshit. Bestiality is next. Bestiality is legal in multiple states. Wow. Trans perv. I hear you, as Raven said, thing. Oh, Babylon sleepy. Pedos will win, unfortunately. I mean, the fucked up thing about the pedos and ushering them into the situation is, you know, as y'all know, they run things. You know what I'm saying? So you already know how that is. Politicians trading booty boys around and all that, ordering pizzas, and you got the spirit cooking. I mean, the shit is just freakishly crazy. You know what I mean? Because the fool weed has pushed our children into puberty at very young ages, and the narrative sexualizes the youth. Absolutely. Wish my child identified as anything other than female. I hear you. Fuck that. Not really, though. Male and female was good enough for me. Change ain't always good. Shit. This rapid emasculation of men, yeah, it's very sexy. I just cannot. Facial hair and makeup don't mix. Absolutely. That gay shit is wrong. I don't know if I'll get flagged for this shit, but whatever happens, happens. I'm keeping it real. Shout out to OT. I agree with you. I don't want anything necessarily to happen to people that's gay, that's bad. I'm glad that, you know, you have an environment where you could live and you could be yourself and you know, do whatever your heart desire. I ain't trying to knock nobody on that level. All I'm doing is stating I don't necessarily agree with it. But I'm not trying to bash her or anything like that. That's the best way I can put it. But I ain't gonna hold back. Salute to OT. I agree with you. Fuck you too. Booty pills, yeah. Just check what's trending here. Trans men, pregnancy, and gay men makeup tutorials. Yeah, the shit is bonkers, yo.
$1 million thoughts.
Yeah, that shit is fucking bonkers.
I am always.
So yeah, the woman got her son snatched, and now they're trying to do this to like young little children. The new couple, Harry, the royal family, Harry and the shorty that he married, they have a new child. They said that their child is gender fluid. I don't even know if they got a boy or girl. Maybe some of y'all know technically, biologically, if they got a boy or girl or not, or if she didn't even have the kid yet. I don't really know the whole story like that. but they're either expecting a child or have a child. But according to them, that child does not have a gender. They said gender fluid. So that kid at a young age is gonna, you know, pull up one of these names out the hat. Brung, motherfucker. Probably won't get motherfucker though. Probably get like a two-spirit or something. So imagine that. We got a royal family. Look at the symbolism with that. You know what I'm saying? Look at the agenda. Look, like, how is it that they, of all people, just happen to be like, yo, yeah, we on that bullshit. Our kid is gender fluid. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it so they can help push the agenda because they know they're a powerful, influential group. Public figures don't get much more public figure than royal family. So both of them public figures and their gender fluid child, that's going to just like create a lane and create a comfortability for anybody that wants to do that. And any parents that is against that's going to create a barrier against them to help not allow those parents to keep their kids on their natural path that they want to be on. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling Shorty, but she's smart, right? I told her because I even mentioned this on the show before. I was talking about the Simpsons episode. You know how they trying to beat the kids in the head? There's an old Simpsons episode. Not Nelson. What's the nerdy kid that likes Lisa? Ralph. It was some gay shit going on, and I don't know. They might have called Ralph a homo or something. Ralph was like, "I'm not gay. I'm not anything yet." You know what I'm saying? He a little kid, and that's what I'm saying. When you initiate this shit on little children that don't even know what sexuality is even yet. You know, they might have a crush on a girl or something like that. You know, they kids. Boys are going to be boys. But they don't know the details of sex to know what gay and heterosexual is. But then Shorty, you know, she's smart. She hit me with a banger. She was like, nah, actually, that Simpson shit sound more like propaganda. Like it's kind of going along with, you know, with the bullshit that they're saying. Like him saying that he's not anything yet. That's exactly what they want our kids to be. They want our kids to not be anything yet and just be fluid. You know what I'm saying? So they can easily be shaped or molded into some old bullshit. You know? So this shit crazy. And you know, we was watching a few different debates and you know, people speaking out against the fuck shit and all that stuff, but I mean, this is an uphill battle. I will sign any and every petition that there is. I might actually do that. I might scout for petitions against this bullshit and, you know, just do videos and try to spread them shits around. So for everyone that have your kids now that's going through them developing ears, that got years, that got to deal with this bullshit that's going on, or any of y'all that suspected children that's going to have to deal with this bullshit going on, because it ain't going to get any easier. Like I said, this shit is exponentially growing. 2 years from now, the shit will probably be 4 times as worse. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm down to sign any and every petition against this bullshit. Anybody got a movement to take shit to Congress, you know what I'm saying? Start this, get this mud hill rolling, you know, or this snowball ball rolling down the mountain so we could, you know, get that shit into an avalanche and shit and go against this old crazy shit. And y'all know another thing that they doing heavy, both in the US and in the UK, is they're trying to put a clamp down on homeschooling. All over the place, they trying to make homeschooling illegal. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think recently homeschooling has become illegal right here in New York City. I think. Financial opportunities. What's that talking? Oh yeah, that's my little. Hold on, let me turn that shit down. I am always right there. Yeah, that's my little aspiration shit I be playing. I thought, you know, I had it on the soft subtle, but yeah, I guess it is a little loud. Yeah, it's alright, yo. You know what I'm saying? You get the nice resonance. It's talking about being a millionaire and all that good shit. Yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit. So the fact that you heard it on some subtle shit, that's even better for your subconscious. But yeah, they're trying to clamp down on homeschooling. They're trying to make that shit illegal. It's like they got the game board. They know how to set the game board up. They're like, look, we're gonna push this bullshit. We're going to make it where, you know, you have to bring your kids to school and everything to get taught this bullshit. So, because I was looking at Umar Johnson, who, you know, he recently acquired the school, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy for Boys. has now been purchased and is somewhere up in Delaware, according to Umar Johnson. If you look that up, you're going to see certain conspiracy videos saying that he doesn't really own the building. Somebody said they found the lease of the latest owner. It's not him. I don't really know about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going with the current narrative that he finally acquired and bought the school. I will look into the shit in further detail to see, you know, if there's any plausibility with it being a hoax. But I honestly doubt it. Because to me, if he was going to keep beating people in the head for money, there would never be a deadline where he finally bought the school. Because an acquisition of a school, of buildings, that's a purchased property. It's very easy to debunk if he doesn't own it. So if he was really scamming and you know, pulling the wool under people's eyes or the rug under people's feet or whatever, I would think that he would just keep collecting money and keep saying, oh, I almost got this school, but I couldn't get it yet. Almost got that school. He would keep that hustle going. I can't see him actually saying that he purchased a school and didn't, because that could have his whole shit crash down. So, you know, it's supposedly in Delaware somewhere, right in between Philly and, you know, not far from like Maryland and DC. And if any of y'all been following Umar Johnson, you already know he ain't with that funny style shit. So what I'm thinking is that might be the seed of a solution. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by the seed of the solution is, granted, Umar Johnson's school is only going to be able to fit a certain amount of a student body. But if other people that, you know, got a little bit of influence, got a little bit of money, got a little bit of status, you know, education, academia and stuff like that, if other people follow that blueprint, that really care about our children, that see this bullshit that's going on and say, you know what, I'm in this position, fuck it, I'm gonna get a school. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't with this bullshit they're on. I ain't with this school to prison pipeline and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And this ADDH and all these chemicals that they're putting in our kids and everything. You know what I'm saying? So quite honestly, I think the greatest impact Umar Johnson can be making by having this school is influencing other people with influence to do the same thing and acquire different schools, you know what I'm saying, for our kids, so we could combat the bullshit. Since they trying to fuck up homeschooling, you can't homeschool, okay, then we're gonna have private schools. You know what I'm saying? Your predominantly black schools, or predominantly for the urban community and stuff like that. And, you know, for people that's not with, it don't even got to be the urban. It could even just be people that's not with this bullshit, that's not with these fluid gender bullshit that they trying to push on people. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's the suburbs. That could be the entire fight right there, and it'll be dope. You know? But, you know, obviously, you know, just on some urban shit, like what if Tariq Nasheed went, you know, now scoops a school? You know what I'm saying? It ain't biting. You know what I'm saying? This is a good form of copying. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need many more of that. That little space in Delaware is only going to fit so many people at such a time. You know what I'm saying? We should have some shit out on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Set it off on the East Coast. Set it off down south. Set it off up north. Set it off overseas. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's like the greatest impact him acquiring a school can have, is other people repeating the formula. We're gonna have to holler at Umar Johnson and get him on the ball, or you know, to speak out and to influence other affluent or well-to-do black people to go out there and start buying up some more buildings and making us some more schools. That's what we need to do. I got his number. You know, he gives out his number for free. So, yeah. Somebody got to put that bug in his ear if that bug is not already in his ear. Maybe it is already. But imagine in each state, at least one person, you know, is able to make that happen. Or fuck around somebody that's like super caked up, could probably like open 50 joints. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Umar was able to do it with, I don't even think he had $1 million. I think they cut him a break. The price was 1 point something million. They gave it to him for $700,000 because it was some pipe work or something that needed to be done or something like that. So, you know, God blessed him, and, you know, he got that popping. But yeah, a lot of people, that shit needs to rinse and repeat. I will open up a school when I get in a financial and good enough position to do that. You know what I'm saying? With this bullshit going on, I'm trying to tell you, they're trying to force this shit on your children or on your children to be. It ain't like an option. They have to go to school and they have to learn about being gender fluid and potentially get their current gender ripped from them and psychically replaced with a whole laundry list of some bullshit. So we need to change that. Another thing I was thinking, fuck it, we could take it back to like the 50s. And I know a lot of people that's with this funny style shit, they're going to object to this. Because they're going to see it as the equivalent of the 1950s where you had your black schools and your white schools. But the way I see it, comparing it again to the person smoking weed in your house without your permission, it's like, alright, if you want to smoke your trees, let's build you environments where you could do that. Basically have schools that are special just for that. You know what I'm saying? It could be a regular ass school, but in addition to your regular science, math, and curriculum, they tell you how a man could take it up the ass or whatever the fuck they're going to teach with all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They add that freaky shit to the, you know what I'm saying, to the repertoire. You know what I'm saying? And then you have your regular schools where they don't do that bullshit. So this way, parents, if you have cisgen or whatever funny style parents and they want to raise their kids on some other shit, now they have the option. Send them to PS83 Plus. Could go to PS83 or you could go to PS83 Plus. Go to PS83 Plus. You know what I'm saying? They'll show you some things. You know what I'm saying? So this way, everybody that's in PS83 could, you know, just go about shit regular, science, math, 5th graders playing with Legos, nap time, all that other bullshit, whatever. And everybody's good money. Like, why does it have to be uniform in all schools? I mean, I know why, according to people that's down with this, because they want equality, they want fairness. Like I said, that's like having an all-white school and an all-black school. But these motherfuckers is taking way too many strides. They taking way too many large steps for man, woman, and trans kind. You know what I'm saying? They moon jumping all over this motherfucker. Take that shit easy. You know what I'm saying? They doing too much. They coming in way too hot. Yeah. Censor show be throwing the truth out there. Yep. They've been trying to legalize that. But most ain't on BS when it comes to their children. Right. 3, 4, 7. Not if our children. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Homeschool. They trying to take away homeschooling. That's the fucked up thing. Because that was always my solution. I was like, shit, I'll homeschool. I ain't with none of this bullshit. There's even stuff in the regular curriculum without the homosexual shit that I'm not really feeling. I was like, fuck it, I'll homeschool. Then I see they trying to make that shit illegal. Children don't need to be focused on sex, in my opinion, even when they hit puberty. Educate, don't force. Yeah, you're right. I tell you, you know what, I was scared to have sex when I was like 12, 13. You know, I always been a fly little nigga. You know, not little. I always been a fly big ass nigga. Long, lanky motherfucker. And the thing is, I think it was when I was like 12 or 13. That's when I started seeing, you know, the safe sex things. And they show you the film with the bumps on the joints and the vaginas and all that other crazy shit. All that nasty shit. And I've always been, I guess, somewhat of a germaphobe. So that right there, I was like, like that shit just turned me off. I don't know. Everyone else was talking about, oh, I don't want to get a woman pregnant. I don't want to get a baby and everything. I'm like, I don't want to catch anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I OD'd with it. I thought, it was a point where I thought that if I don't wear a condom, then if I have sex with a woman, boom, it's automatic AIDS. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I was like looking at it. I was like overdoing it so I could be extra safe. So lo and behold, let me just say that shit just kept me out of it. Once I saw them videos, them sex education videos showing bumpy dicks and all that shit, I was good for a minute. I turned down mad shit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wish I wouldn't have seen some of that shit. I'd have been getting biz. Oh, hold up. Kids already know what it is, right? Yeah, that's the crazy thing, though. They're trying to, yeah, it's like I said, none of us learned about any sexual related stuff when we were like in 3rd and 4th grade. I saw a video, it was actually a few years ago, when a lot of this shit was a little earlier. It actually had a woman, some of y'all might have seen it. It was a woman showing like a 3rd grade, might have been 2nd grade class. She's all demonstrating, she's bent over the desk, she got a dildo, and she's like, you know what I'm saying, she's doing some old crazy shit, like bugging. It looked like it was a comedy skit or something. And you got these little kids just sitting at their desk looking, and you got this fool on her desk with a joint, you know, with a thing in a. Y'all niggas are gonna remix this shit and show me doing all that crazy shit. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Trolls have at it. But yeah, the woman was wilding, taking the dildos, doing an actual live demonstration in front of like 2nd or 3rd graders. I'm like, yo, what part of the game is this? You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. But like I said, you know, these people, for them to feel that they have the right to be whatever gender they are, then they want to be in league with male and female. And since a 5-year-old already knows more or less what a male and a female is, according to them, they think it's mandatory in order to fully tolerate and accept them, that 5-year-old has to be up on what a cis this is, or pan queer this, or all that other shit. So it could be an equal playing field. You know what I mean? But the messed up thing is, once you add that in, there's no way you could add that in without educating them about things that get sexual. About, you know, whichever one has breasts and whichever one's a man, and it, you know, because some of these, like, you know, there's a difference between transsexual and transgender, right? And a transgender where they cut the shit off. So you're gonna teach little 4, 5, 6-year-old kids about joints getting cut off, and about getting they shit all mushed into some casserole of nonsense. And what do the women do to become men? Do they get like a fake? I don't even want to know. And I'm a grown ass man, and I don't even want to know. How the fuck is people gonna actually be telling little kids this shit? Shit is sick, B. It's like I said the other day. What was it, last night or the night before, whatever? When I went on tour with Necro, he had on the list, he wanted me to get him a butt plug, as he put it, so I could fuck bitches' asses. I'm like, alright, I don't know shit about that shit. I went to the store, I asked him, like, oh, yo, my man, you know, little sex erotic shop. Yo, my man, you got butt plugs? Over there. I looked, I picked up the first one that I read that said butt plug, picked it up, bought it, left, got back to him. He was like, Tone, man, you wildin', yo. Look how big this is. How am I supposed to use this? I'm like, yo, I don't know shit about a butt plug. I don't know why a butt needs to be plugged in the first place. I have no idea what that shit is. I don't even want to know what that shit is, because I don't want there to be a future where I have to have the knowledge to go get you the perfect butt plug. You know, you should have wrote the description, the SKU number or something. I don't know shit about this. And to this day, I still don't. I wasn't asking him no questions. I wasn't asking him nothing, because I wasn't going to be his butt plug gopher like that. It was just on the whim. You know, we were rushing to get our bags packed, and I was on the way to his crib. So it was like, yo, by the way, could you get me some batteries, some of this, a butt plug, so on and so forth. I was like, all right, you know. But me as a grown man, I don't want to know about that shit. Now, I'm sure with all them other different genders, butt plugs are probably going to come into play in education somewhere. So you'll potentially have a little 5 or 6-year-old kid knowing what a butt plug is, where I don't even know what the fuck that is totally. Why does a butt need to get plugged? I have no idea. If you're gonna hit the dookie shoot, aren't you plugging it already? Like, I don't know. Please don't explain it in the chat if you do know. I'm good. Casserole says, yeah, that's that Family Guy shit. Stewie said that. I'm lucky that my kids are highly intelligent and secure in their biological designations of male and female. Yes, Raven. God bless them. You have morals, but understand where you're coming from. Wait, yeah, I mean, you know, I got it, you know. I mean, I'm a cool cat like that. You know, I don't be like getting queasy or worrying. I'm more like an action person. It's like, all right, we gotta go, we gotta catch this flight. This is what you need, a butt plug. Where I get them shits at? Oh, don't you got like a sex store around there? All right, I'll find one. Cool. And just leave it like that. Yo, my man, you got these butt plug shits? Word? All right. Yeah. But you know, I was on some like I wasn't trying to ask. I didn't want to know shit about it. Man, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm very not give a fuckish. If you can't tell, Necro used it for himself. Oh shit, bitches out here grocery shopping with their plugs in. I'm accurate at guessing well. Nestle Crunch, look at that PP on the thing. Oh man, Donna, what's happening? How you doing? It's a tool, yeah. I still don't know the intimate details. All I know is I got one too big. My bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Now imagine a little shorty learning what the fuck that is before he enters 3rd grade. That shit is nuts, literally. But I'm gonna play a joint real quick, and I'm gonna take a piss. Too much information, but it's what I'm gonna do. All right, let me throw something on.
Look, statements ain't being made if I ain't speaking out and set the bar. How they tryna fathom so they reaching, It's like I'm Danny Phantom with it, how I'm creeping on the beat, trying to keep me on the leash. How this working for you? Learn not to give a damn about what they demanding me. Splurged on the bar, sounding like I lost my sanity. Maybe I didn't, maybe I did, who really cares? I don't see no competition, cause don't nobody compare to me. Care to be second, I don't think you understand it. That's rhetorical, cause long as I am here, that's where you landing. Or maybe that's, but that ain't none of my concern. Gave them all the middle finger when they told me wait my turn. Look, I'm about to shed a little light, so listen up, listen up. Black flex and try to get your bars up. I know that may be hard for you cause you suck, but rest less, cause I seen you niggas sleeping on me. And yes, that right there is where they be slipping, homie. Aviator trades, too shady, got 50 on me. Miss me with the funny nonsense, nonchalant to it. Say you want to smoke, roll a blunt, then nigga, I'm gross. Down from the style to the floor, that's gross. Fly through the city, lead the whole thing, bro. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means, any means. Down from the style to the floor, that's gross. Fly through the city, lead the whole thing, bro. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means. I hate to see that everything ain't what it seemed. Used to think this shit was easy, but to me it seeming easier. Only thing that's missing is your people don't believe in you. I hit them with the straw, move on, cause I kid you not, I'm too broke. And I feel like I just might be on my way, but nowadays they be acting like the rich shit outdated. Hold up, this ain't no pager, nigga. I'm here to stay, little nigga. I up the wager on it. I felt like I was locked up in a cage or something until I started spitting bars and found a way out, no staying home. It's all fun and games till I start to play along. They say the line long, but my rain lasts long. So can you stand the rain? Cause I made the storm. They thought they had the game, nope, that's a false alarm. I be your favorite rapper till you wanna rap too. And when you less than #1, you'll be mad too. Down from the style to the floor, that's fly through the city, lead the whole thing. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means, any means. Down from the style to the floor, that's fly through the city, lead the whole thing. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means, any means.
Mamma mia, let me get on that rock well. I'm gross like a shit, come piss blood cocktail. Squirting your face in prison, I'm murdering a rhythm. I make give them the shakes, the turbulence may just get them. We great verbally grosser than AIDS in a mimosa. Raid licking off roaches, embracing shit in the toilet. With faces is full of syphilis, spaces gross as the sickest. Pus bubbles are popping, and this is some nasty business. Bitches with long titties, niggas in porn strictly. Sword fighting, board fighting, rip from the schlong wispy. Something to make you throw up when Mia spitting the flow up. Yucky is eating throw up, with Dookie right out of yoga. We sick in the meningitis, prolific relevant writers. As nasty as hugging nuts, it's trick with elephantitis. Pussy that's multicolored, get down and taste the rainbow. Nasty as Nas used to be AO. I'm just saying we gross.
Down from the style to the floor, that's fly through the city, lead the whole thing. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means, any means. Down from the style to the floor, that's fly through the city, lead the whole thing. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means, any means. Down from the style to the floor, that's fly through the city, lead the whole thing. You better step down to me, cause I'ma get it by any means, any means. Down from the style to the floor, that's fly through the city, lead the whole thing. You better step down to me,
Alright, alright. I'm about to get up out of here in a second. I was just like browsing through some videos on that gender fluid stupid shit. Well, on that gender fluid shit. I found a quick one that's a little 7 minutes. It was one I was looking for in particular that I was watching. Then I saw some debates, but them shits are mad long. But let's check this little 7-minute shit out real quick. I ain't see this one yet. It's parents that are raising their children as gender fluid. Now, let's see what they talking about. How that meme go? Let me see you explain this shit. I think you got David Chappelle on there or something. So let's see them explain this shit. They're raising their kids as gender fluid. Let's go into the psyche, into the mind of some parents that's with this old bullshit. Or that's with this gender... That's with this old bullshit, man. It's just some bullshit. Fuck that shit. Alright, if I get this shit to play. Excuse me. Window capture 1. Alright, here we go. Let's see what they talking about. Take this other one and put that there. And you know what I'm saying? I'm going to casually pass the collection plate if anybody want to throw something at a nigga. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? While you watching this old other shit, I'm going to throw the little collection plate out there. But yeah, let's check it out. Hold on. Let me see you explain this shit.
My father is transgender, so that's what's really special about him. My mother, I'm happy that she gets to be happy, so it's super special for her. Well, transgender means you come out as a little girl or a little boy, and then they started, hey, I don't feel like I'm a girl at all. So they come out as a girl and then are raised as a boy, or come out as a boy and raised as a girl. And non-binary means that you don't believe that you're really a girl, but you don't believe you're a boy.
I came out as trans when I was 26 years old. So essentially I lived a full adulthood being a woman prior. I was married before in a lesbian relationship that essentially dissolved because of my transition.
I identify as being really just in the gray area, I guess. I feel masculine, I feel feminine. I like boy clothes, I like girl clothes. I'm not a boy or a girl. I was previously married with Claire's biological father. We separated in 2015. Claire and I were on our own pretty much up until we met Emerson.
One, two, three. Oh, yeah. I never thought that I would ever be seen as like a father figure to anybody, but obviously that was a dream of mine. Oh, I got you. Sorry, let me see. Now get on your face. I remember the first time she ever called me daddy. I was putting her to bed. I was like, hey, if you need me or something, just like call for me and I'll be there. So one small guy, one big guy? It's me and it's you. She's like, okay, I'll just yell out, Daddy, really loud, and you'll come running. And I was like, remember I was like, my heart like dropped. So for sexuality and gender, essentially everything in our house is fluid. Fluid meaning that anyone can like anyone, and we encourage her to be open to any type of relationship, whether it be with male identifying, female, queer, bi, whatever.
I think it's important to speak to children about these aspects. For example, both of us were put into a box as a girl from birth, and we have these expectations that are thrown at us. And I think that boys and girls both have these expectations that society places on them, and like you said, they are They are disruptive, and I think that you're unable to truly find yourself within those boxes for a lot of people.
What's kind of different about me that sometimes kids don't do is about my clothing and my hair. I wear like boy clothes, or I wear girl clothes, or sometimes I wear like a girl shirt or boy pants. So I made a picture. It says a boy self right here, girl self right here. So I said boy, girl, girl self, and boy style, because that's what I do. Because these are in the boy section, and sometimes in my closet I have some girl clothes.
Claire, Daddy's gonna do a shot now.
Every Tuesday in a week, he has to take a shot. He'll sit down on the chair and my mom will stab his leg usually, and I always do the Band-Aid.
What essentially is happening is I'm introducing testosterone into my system for it to pretty much give me a second puberty type scenario. So every week I have to keep injecting myself with the testosterone, or else my body will naturally go back and take away kind of a lot of my changes that I've worked so hard to obtain.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now, ready, Claire? Ooh, got a bleeder.
Got a bleeder. Perfect. Thank you, sweetie.
That was a lot of blood.
That was a good one. And that's done. Thank you.
Good job,
Thank
baby.
you, baby.
And put this in the sharp container.
Sweet. And that's that. This is cute, the little lips.
That's exactly what I want.
This is me and Claire. Before I got surgery, I used to have to wear tape on my chest. This was kind of a harder time. It was hard to go out and just take off my shirt and feel really confident about my tape and such. Now, since I had the surgery, I don't have to do that.
Like seeing you without your shirt off and with your chest like this is just how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I like forget times like this. Now I just look in the mirror and it seems like it's always been like that since the beginning.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the main uniqueness that we have is our openness of being queer and our desire to raise our child without any bounds. So you are a girl, you must be like this, or you are a boy, you must be like this. That doesn't exist in our house, and it never will. So we really like to make sure our child knows that however she feels to express herself, just like us, it's ever growing and ever changing. And we really encourage that exploration.
It's really special about my father that he is transgender, and all I know that he's transgender.
Claire is, we were really raising her just to be open, to be however she wants to be without any need for a label or identity, and that she will, in time, discover who she is, just as we have.
All right. First, you know, I heard the little bell go off and I looked at the thing, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, thanks to the person, you know what I'm saying, that sent the little something something in the collection plate and whatnot, you know what I mean? This right here is touching me just because it's like, all right, the parents, they're already grown. They already made their decision. They want to be whatever they want to be, take hormones, everything like that. But to just strip the little child of, because naturally most people are naturally just gonna grow and be heterosexual for the most part. You know, if you're a boy, you go to school, you like girls. You're a girl, you like boys. You punch boy and run, stuff like that. It's like there's a natural progression that all this stuff has. And I could kind of see, all right, if that's y'all lives, y'all are on some other gender shit, whatever, whatever. But if you have a child, do not stop her from blossoming and growing the way nature intended to her. Just like how she stuck you with the thing, it's like the flower that she is. You just sticking the GMOs up in there and making it where she could grow any other way. And I mean, granted, she sees y'all, that's gonna be enough of an influence already. But to tell a little girl, look, you're not gonna be a little girl to us. At your young ass age, you have a freedom to be whatever you want. So what? She comes home, she says she likes a boy at school. I mean, what are you gonna do? You sure? You see any girls you like there too? Like how does that work? The part that touches me is there's so many young kids that have been like molested. And that's the shit that turned them out on some old other shit. So many. Like, if you listen to a lot of these people's stories, almost all of them had a situation when they was a little kid or something like that. So it's not like the girl's getting molested, but it's like you're taking that same damage to the psyche, more or less, and you know what I'm saying, you're injecting that into her. You know what I'm saying? You're stripping her away. It's I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's confusing. It's confusing the child. Because there's a difference between nature and nurture. There's nature and then there's nurture. A huge part of one's sexual proclivity, and you know, attraction and everything is a big part of nature. Probably the biggest part of it is a natural progression. And y'all gonna take y'all nurture. You're basically battling her nature with your nurture. You know what I'm saying? You're stripping her nature away and you're replacing it with your nurture. So that this way, I don't know, did you think about going this way? You want a G.I. Joe? You want a Barbie? You know what I'm saying? You want a pink shirt or a blue shirt? You want one with pink and blue on both sides? Like what the fuck is really good? I just can't stand to see this shit happen with children. That shit is just fucking bogus. And to think that if this was in the 70s or something, these parents would probably get the kids taken away from them. They'd say that them parents got a mental disease, and then they'll say, oh, and you're trying to teach this bullshit to your little one? Yeah, we can't have that in the home. Now it's to the point where if your little one decides on their own little young one ass that they want to be some old other shit, and if you ain't having it as a parent, now your kid can get taken away from your home if you want it like that. It's like I always say about the world. It's literally being flipped on its head. You know what I'm saying? We are literally in madness world right here. Bizarro world, whatever you want to call it. Like, that shit is just fucked up. And that's them in the home. So that the same shit that they're on, teaching their kids, they're trying to plant the seeds of being able to teach these kids that same shit at school. Gender fluidity. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on in this chat room? Dookie up in here raising ruckus? I'm about to shut it down in a minute. Fuck that gender bender garbage bullshit. Exactly. We'll never be cool yet. Oh, y'all got a little thing going on. Okay. Can't put my mind in that place. My kids know where I stand. No, I'm shit. I'm glad, Babs. I'm very happy that you can't put your mind in that place. You know what I'm saying? The fucked up thing is you're gonna be like the last of the Mohicans. You know what I mean? Because as the generations rather keep growing, they're gonna get more and more accepting of this bullshit. The key word is raise. They purposely raise them with the intent. It's an anti-heterosexual culture. Yeah. Who we're attracted to isn't defined by appearances. Whether I'm in a dress or a tuxedo, I'll be attracted to men. Altering your looks to be accepted by a certain gender is a sign of mental illness. Ooh. I feel you on that. It's still a mental disease. Sodom 2.0, absolutely. And it is very fucking goofy. And I guess with that said, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to look up some of these petitions. This is my homework. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can take some homework with you too. See what type of, you know, if you ain't with any of this bullshit, you know, look and see what type of movements or petitions there is. Shit, I might start a damn petition. Them shits is easy to start up. You know what I'm saying? See what petitions may already have momentum going on. And, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't feeling this shit, at least ain't feeling this shit being like plastered into the psyche of your children, or of your children to be, or in children in general, then, you know what I'm saying, I think we should do something about that. And I also think, provided if Umar Johnson did acquire the school and he is making the moves and he is, you know, trying to do everything with the way that he said he wants to do it, cut that school to prison pipeline and all that, and anti-homo shit and everything, then yeah, we need more Umar Johnsons. Because it's a lot of motherfuckers. Imagine all the athletes out there. This is a perfect thing for a retired athlete. Now, we know Michael Jordan be on some coon shit, so, but someone of a Michael Jordan status that's dumb rich, that's already retired, playing golf all day, open up a fucking school and get these kids on some better shit. You know what I'm saying? All the people. You know what I'm saying? All the retired athletes, or whatever, or retired musicians, people that's caked up, business people that's out in the world. You know what I mean? Fuck it, make it a fucking hobby. You ain't doing shit else. You retired, you sitting on your ass jerking off, or getting hookers or whatever. Open up a fucking school and get these kids off this bullshit. So I'm going to reach out to Umar Johnson, and you know, if it's not already in his head already, I'm gonna let him know. Look, man, you are the public face of independent schools for our urban kids, for our black boys and our black girls, because he's gonna open up another one for girls too. You know what I'm saying? You know, he likes to have his head gashed. You know, that nigga be on some pompous shit. Dude, Umar, you are the face of this. You are a descendant. You know what I'm saying? So please inspire other people, affluent people, retired athletes, whatever, people of a good financial status, other people in the world of academia and education. You know what I'm saying? Inspire some other people to open up more schools. We need a Frederick Douglass all across all these 50 states and abroad. So that's my homework. So yeah, I got his number. I'm gonna hit that motherfucker up like right now. All right, y'all. But yeah, thanks for coming through. Thanks for whoever sent the jump off right there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I guess I'll be back at some point, just talking some shit. You know, I finally came with a topic because I was already like looking into this politicking with Shorty and shit. All right, y'all. Peace.